So today we're going to see, for example, artist. An artist, you know, it's a talented person, okay, who can sing, who can dance, who can paint, who can recite poetry. I'm sorry, a lot of things, okay, that a person can do, but it basically resumes that he or she has a talent and he or she can expose it to the world, okay, and so they become famous. Then we have solo singers. Solo singers are people who sing by themselves. For example, that they're not in a band or they're not in a group. Okay, like the Backstreet Boys or like I don't know what band is famous right now. One Direction, who is not anymore a band, but okay. So for example, Justin Bieber, he's a solo singer. Katy Perry is a solo singer. Okay, that is what a solo singer does. Then we have a musician orchestra. Okay, a musician orchestra is they usually play in theaters, in musicals, like in Broadway. Okay, and there are a ton of musicians, and they are directed by one person. And the music is beautiful, but it's usually classical music, usually, because then we have other type of orchestras in which there are drums and there are like a lot of instruments. Then we have a group. A group is like One Direction, Backstreet Boys. I really don't know any of the moment popular bands, but a group is like several people who are talented, like one sings, one plays the guitar, one plays the drums, and they all make a group or a band, and they are like super famous, like Green Day, My Chemical Romance, etc. Then we have backup dancers, okay? Backup dancers are the people who are dancing, but they're not the main artist, okay? So imagine Katy Perry at a concert, and she's dancing, but she has other people who are also dancing and following a choreography for the show, okay? Because she has to do an amazing performance, and she cannot do it by herself. So she has other dancers around her. And we also have backup singers. When you have like a big event, like a concert or a festival, for example, you usually need backup singers to make the chorus, to sing the chorus, or to help you with some of the musical notes. And you're not the only person singing, okay? So you have other people helping you sing. Then we also have a fan club, okay? A fan club, super easy because it's when you're a really, really devoted fan to an artist and you create a whole club and the club revolves around that artist, okay? For example, I don't know, there are fan clubs for Justin Bieber, there are fan clubs for, what's the name of the other guy who's kind of famous? I don't remember, but for Miley Cyrus, for Taylor Swift, okay? And they post pictures, they post memes about the artist, okay? And they always defend them. If they are like involved in some type of drama or gossip or whatever, the fans go out and jump and defend them. So that's pretty cool. Then we have bodyguards, as Isaac commented. It is very, very important to have a person or several persons who protect you, okay? Because when you're an artist, well, you are obviously always followed by paparazzi or by fans, and you don't know when that can be dangerous for you. So you're gonna need a bodyguard, okay, to protect you. Then we have concert. A concert, I'm sure you know what it is. It's when a lot of fans and a lot of people buy tickets to see your performance as an artist, okay? And the artist is going to be singing and dancing and making a show. Then we have a crew. A crew, it can be different things, okay? It can mean the crew of all the people who attended a concert, for example, all the people, like the thousands and millions of people who attended the concert, that is the crew. Or it can also be considered as all the people who helped doing the concert, okay? Like the persons who are backstage, the persons who are doing the makeup of the artist, the persons who are receiving the tickets, that can also be considered a crew. Then we also have a tour. The tour is when a band becomes super famous and they have really good music and they go around the world, okay, touring. Like first they start in Mexico, then they go to Australia, and then they go to Canada, and they visit different countries around the world, touring and performing. Then we have the performance. The performance is the basic act of giving the show, okay, of singing or of dancing or doing something that the other people are going to spectate or they are going to watch, okay? Then we have more vocabulary. We have backstage, okay? So backstage means what happens behind the concert. So backstage, they are doing the makeup of the artist. They are changing their outfits. They have the whole group there telling them what to do, what not to do, what's next, okay? What are they going to sing and do next? That is what happens backstage. And it usually happens also the meet and greet when the artist decides to meet the fans and greet them. It can also happen backstage, okay? Then we have merchandise. Merchandise is always present on concerts. Okay, so there are always caps and T-shirts and thermos and a lot of things promoting the artist's name, okay, or the artist's concerts. Then we have sold out, when you can no longer find tickets because everybody bought a ticket except you, and you cannot buy tickets anymore because they're like over. Then we call that a sold out event, okay? They sold every single ticket to the concert or to the event. Then we have an arena. An arena is like the Arena Monterrey, okay? The arena is a place, a closed place where you can do concerts or you can do events. And it is actually very comfortable because you can sit a lot of people there. And concerts or events can also be done in stadiums, like in the Super Bowl at the halftime. You have like a huge spectacle, and that goes on a stadium, okay? They do it on a stadium. So it can also be an option. And then we have the meet and greet. That is when the artist decides to meet and greet the fans, and he gives autographs or he just like takes pictures or whatever, but they actually meet the fans. Then we have instrument, which is like super easy because instruments are anything basically that can create music. Okay, we have the piano, we have a guitar, we have a bass, we have the flute, violin, etc. And we also have a choreography. A choreography are the steps to a dance, okay? The steps to a dance. So the dancers, the backup dancers have to learn this choreography, and the artist also, of course, so they know what to do on stage, okay? Future continuous, when do we use it? We use it to describe interrupted actions in the future, okay? Something that will be interrupted, okay? But that is going to happen in the future. We're going to see some examples later, so this can be clear, okay? Number 2, to refer to actions that are happening now, but they are expected to continue sometime in the future, okay? So, for example, if I said, I am writing a note, but I have to stop because I have to go. But I will continue writing. I will continue writing at night, okay? It's something that I was going to do right now, but I'm going to continue doing it later, okay? For example. And it also happens, for example, I am playing soccer, okay? I am playing soccer, and I will continue playing soccer for 10 years. It's something that I am doing right now, but that I will also be doing in the future, okay? Then we have number 3, to emphasize future plans and intentions, okay? To make clear or to actually emphasize about future plans and intentions. So, for example, in 10 years, I will be running a huge company, okay? Or in 10 years, I will be performing or I will be singing at the Arena Monterrey. That is something that is my intention and that is my plan, okay? And it's going to happen in the future. Then we have number 4, to express parallel actions or series of parallel actions in the future. So this is when 2 events happen at the same time. So for example, I will be giving my class while you are answering your book. Okay, so there are 2 actions happening at the same time, but they are going to happen in the future. Okay, so 2 actions happening in the future. That is parallel actions. Then we have number 5, to ask a question politely about the future. Okay, so for example, if I ask Isaac, will you be traveling to Australia next year? Okay, that is in future continuous. And it is a polite question, right? Or for example, if I ask Mario, will you be joining us for the concert? Okay, that is to ask questions. Then we have number 6, to describe atmosphere in the future. It is very, very similar as number 3, okay? Because you are describing how something is going to be in the future. For example, on next year's reunion, we will be laughing and singing. Okay, that is going to be the atmosphere of the group. We'll be laughing and singing, and it's basically a future plan. And then we have number 7, to express actions in progress at a specific time in the future. So something that you will be doing in the future. At 4 o'clock, I will be practicing my choreography. And now we're going to see some examples, okay? We have some rules, okay? I think this is very important for you to take in consideration. When you want, these are the formulas so you can structure your sentences. We have different type of sentences, okay? We have positive sentences, negative sentences, and questions. They, very good. They. Then after the subject, we're going to use the future tense will. Literally, you're going to add the word will, okay? They will. The verb to be. What verb to be? What conjugation of the verb to be do we use with they? They be, they is, or they are? Who knows? They will be. It's the simple verb form. I'm so sorry. It's the simple verb form, okay? They will be. And then we're going to add a verb in ing. A verb in ing. And then we have the complement. They will be playing what? Playing football and baseball at 4 p.m., for example. And that is an example of a positive sentence, okay? Now we're going to do a negative sentence. It's basically the same thing, but we will add not, okay? So let's see. Let's put in here. Negative. After I will be adding the word will. I will. And then verb to be. No, I'm sorry. For negative, first you have to put not, okay? I will. What's next? I will not. The not goes before the verb to be, okay? Here's the formula. The subject, the future tense will, the word not, the verb to be, I will not be. Then we need a verb in ing. I will not be working. Very good. And the complement, for example, during the weekend, okay? During the weekend. I'm sorry, during the week. And so it's basically the same thing, but before the verb to be, you have to add the word not, okay? Between will and be, you have to add not, because not gives it the sense that it is a negative sentence, okay? And finally, we have the question form, okay? So for us to actually create a question, we're going to start with the word will, okay? We're going to start with will. So that is the first word, will, and then our subject, cat. Will the cat? After the cat, we're going to add the verb to be. Will the cat be? And then we really need a verb in ing. Will the cat be drinking? And a compliment. Who can give me a compliment? Will the cat be drinking milk? So I can prepare myself at the supermarket. Very good. So that is the way we do positive sentences, negative sentences, and questions. So I'm going to show you guys on the next slide. Are you finished copying or are you taking notes or something? Okay. Very good. So I'm going to continue with everything with the examples on the next slide, okay? For example, on this slide, look at this. We have the baby will be sleeping in the afternoon. This is an example of a positive sentence. The baby will be sleeping in the afternoon. Very good. Then we have number 2. The baby will not be sleeping in the afternoon. So notice how we have the subject, the word will, not, verb to be, and sleeping in the afternoon, okay? The last one, will the baby be sleeping in the afternoon? What is it? Question, very good. Will the baby be sleeping in the afternoon? Excellent, very good, guys.